please go subscribe to our YouTube page, Canadian Talk with Stephan Podcast. We need you down there. Also, we have a website, stephanjackson.ca, where you'll find the audio versions. As well, you can email us if you got a question or anything you want to see us talk about. CanadianTalkWithStephan@gmail.com.
Can we go see that monster movie? Is it still in the theaters? I guess we torrented it.
You want to see a movie with me?
Yeah.
Who told you that we could do that?
Well, you get free tickets every time you go. You go and something happens. I want free tickets.
We just have to push a native guy down the stairs.
Oh, why? Why? That happens to you. It's so... Just the strangest things.
Strange things happen around me. Although not too many crazy things. I mean, I'm alive. So, not crazy things. Because people get into car accidents and die. So that's the craziest thing that could happen. I mean, at the end of the day.
Pass me a beer if conversation goes out.
Dying, yeah. All right, that's one down. We got 3 to go. We're doubling up. We're doubling up on today's podcast. We're having 4 beers instead of 2. We're getting after it. We're hearing burps out of pumpkin. Who knew that pumpkins could make sounds? Yeah, we're here. This is the newest episode of the Patreon, guys. We thank you for subscribing. If you are a member of the Patreon, you might be one of 10 or something. Especially, and you may be one of 10 who will be here early enough to ever see this early of an episode. This is like Patreon 5, I think. And I welcome you here. Thank you for joining us. What did the mother ghost say to the baby ghost? Spook when you're spoken to.
It's not good parenting.
How do you communicate with the Loch Ness monster? Drop her a line.
Oh.
This is just a short section on dinosaurs.
Oh.
What is a ghost-proof bicycle? One with no spooks on it. Did you hear about the monster with 5 legs? His trousers fit him like a glove. That one makes me angry.
5
What?
legs?
Yeah. I don't know. It's just that's just forcing it. Did you hear about the monster with 5 legs? His pants fit him like a glove.
Oh.
That's just... What followed the dinosaur? Its tail. When do ghosts play tricks on each other? On April Ghoul's Day. What do sea monsters eat for dinner? Fish and chips.
Oh, that's fun.
I like that one. Alrighty then. Here we are on the Patreon. I think that right off the hop we should start by getting back to where we left off, which was ranking races in order. I think we should jump right into it.
Yeah.
Because this is what the Patreon is for, That's what people are here for. They want to, they want to hear the N-word. They want to see tits. They want to, which means get in front of the camera. Let's go. They want rambunctious behavior. So what do you have to say?
I have a dinosaur joke.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay. How come you can't hear a pterodactyl use the bathroom?
Because he goes into the trans-friendly one? Wait, what?
No,
Sorry.
Because the P is silent.
What was the type of dinosaur? A pterodactyl? There's a P in the name?
Yeah.
Okay. Pterodactyls kind of seem, because they fly around. They kind of seem like the trans dinosaur, Like if there was a dinosaur that was going to be trans, it would be a pterodactyl. I feel like. Don't you think? It's like, I'm terror. Oh, terror. It's like, I'm going to fly away though. Okay. It's not pussy. Like every time a trans person gets videotaped in like a woman's bathroom too, they just run away, just like a pterodactyl. You know, they never are like, I'm staying here. You want to see my wiener? You know, they don't do that. They run away. That's what a trans. I saw a video like that today.
Are you fat? Do you feel like sometimes you're not really that? You might have a hemorrhoid, but you're not really so sure. You need to do things to entertain yourself so that you're not always kind of scratching at your butthole and stuff. See, your roommates, they're going to walk in on you. They're going to see you doing things that you shouldn't be doing. You need to make a change in your life so that you just don't become a goblin. You don't want to be a goblin. That's why there's a community. The internet has created a community. It's called podcasting. It's here for all of us. It's here for you. It's here for me. Come and see. And then there will be 3. Bring your friends. They can join too. And we will have lots of fun. Thank you. Check out a podcast.
Please go and subscribe to our YouTube page where you can find the video versions of all of our podcasts. Also, shoot us an email if you want at canadiantalkwithstephanpodcast@gmail.com. And the trans guy was walking away and the person was videoing me. They're like, do you know how much I pay for this university to come here and have men in my change room? And the trans person's like, talk to your administrator. And she's like, oh, I will. And that was the end of it. What do you think about that? Two down. 2 to go.
I feel either my reaction would be like, oh. Or...
Let's look at a magic card. Wait. Think more about it. A silver. He's a 6/6 with 4 manas.
We're gonna sort magic cards.
Yeah, this is the Patreon. We'll come back to your story. I just want to sort this magic card. I randomly pulled a 4 mana 6/6. So Ravenous, Necrotitan. Whoa.
You're Necrotitan.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's too blurry, so nobody will be able to see that. But creature, Phyrexian horror. It's a silver. Swamp. Two non-colored, 2 swamps. Corrupted. When Ravenous Necrotitan enters the battlefield, sacrifice a creature. Unless your opponent has 3 or more poison counters. See, that's the problem right there. That's why this is in the random pile. I mean, so to even bring this creature in, that's why he's a 6/6 for 4 mana. You have to sacrifice a different creature. That works if you have a 1/1 out there, but...
Yeah.
He will go in the middle pile, though, as a sideboard.
Middle.
Okay. All right. So what else? What else?
You did a car repair, didn't you?
Let me ask you this. I did a car repair as well. We'll talk about that. A little bit of brakes. Let me ask you this. What do you think? Okay, so as you know, folks, we're here on Patreon 5. As you guys may know, I have gay moms. I talked about it with Ben Bankus. I've talked about it a lot on this podcast. You may know this if you're a fan of this podcast. I don't know what the ethnicity of my father is. We're going to rank ethnicities too. We got to come back to that. What do you think the other 50% of my ethnicity is? This is going to be like a question. If you want to put it in the comments on what your guess is, go right ahead. What ethnicity am I other than British? I'm trying to figure it out, and I was hoping that you might help me. So this is Pumpkin Producer here. She's pondering what she might think. I seem to grow good facial hair. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know I'm 31 right now, but considering, like, this is what, I'm going to live so old. Okay, let's go with a little bit of more arrogance here. This is what normally, like, you know, a person would have when they're, like, maybe 21. But, like, the reason that it's so underdeveloped is because I'm going to live really long. So I'm maybe 31, but, like, I have the structure right now of a 17-year-old. You know what I'm saying? So, but that gap will grow. So once I'm 100, I have the body of a 50-year-old. That gap is going to grow. You know what I'm saying? As it goes. So I won't have my proper beard until I'm like 50. You know? I'm 19 years away from it. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Nothing. I was just gonna say that.
Okay. Yeah. So I do think that. But or what else though? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Do you mind helping me?
You're trying to figure out what the other 50% of your.
Yes. Yeah. What are your thoughts?
Egyptian.
Egyptian.
I don't know. I'm just basing off your skin tone, okay?
You saying I have
Italian?
good skin?
Yeah.
Oh, Italian. Italian is a maybe.
Maybe.
Because my mom is 100%. So the one parent I know of, she is 100% British. 100%. Her two parents were British. Both of them. Pure. So that leaves that side solved. 100%. That's 50%.
Yeah.
Then there's the other 50%.
How come you don't know this?
And I don't know. I've never. I don't know.
Your mom doesn't know this?
We talked about. No, she doesn't know. She doesn't know from the sperm donor. I have purple nipples. I don't like. They're a bit dark. Like they're not pink like the average white person. Do British people have purple nipples? Or like what? I think they should have pink nipples.
Yeah.
I thought that white was pink, not purple. Purple seems more South American.
Oh.
Like more of that jungle style. You know? Don't you think? Don't you think?
Oh, well, I know Germans have the pink nipples that you were talking about.
You do. You know that. Yeah.
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 You've seen some naked Germans.
Yeah. Yeah, they always show up in the mirror. Their one does anyway.
They show up in the mirror.
Like, well.
They show up in the mirror. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, that's funny. How long have we been talking? Good Lord. Yeah, 12 minutes. That's what I expected. All right. You know, I have a comic friend here in our area that has recently started a podcast, Matthew Murray.
Murray.
He has a show coming up at Yuck Yucks here in the city. I am proud of him for starting his podcast. I was planning to have him on this podcast, and I might still. But
what is this show?
my conscience weighs against it.
Oh.
He started a podcast. His show. What is his show, you ask?
No, I meant like when is this show at?
Oh, it's coming up here. So as we know, Yuck Yucks is on Fridays and Saturdays. I think next weekend or something like that, which would be late April, early May, here in Saskatoon.
Okay. As long as it doesn't interfere with my UFC.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'll
Hey,
go.
UFC 300 was insane. We gotta talk more in detail about that. Remember that?
Okay.
Okay, but
it'll be mostly you talking because I went on a trip and I came back and I was very tired for UFC and I watched the first couple beginning fights and then I fell asleep for the main one. So.
Oh yeah.
Very disappointed in myself.
Thank you for filling that airspace here.
Thank you.
Okay. This is his page. I need to go to his comic page here. Works up at stand-up comedian. He does such a horrible job of like making his pages easy to find. That's the problem with like some like local comics is they don't know how to use the internet.
Yeah.
Isn't that horrible? Me sitting here with 200 YouTube subscribers, but like at least I'm accessible. That will grow. Like for people like this, it's like it's unfortunate.
Do you think we should get...
Boredom. It is the scourge of us all. We all need to find ways to keep ourselves occupied in this life. In this emptiness, vast emptiness, we find things that will stray us. And what we need elegance in our lives. So we all find this in a place that we can find it together. Podcasting. An environment where everyone is together. We can talk, share ideas, be happy. Podcasting. Let's all share together. Please go and subscribe to our YouTube page where you can find the video versions of all of our podcasts. Also, shoot us an email if you want at CanadianTalkWithStephanPodcast@gmail.com.
Liquid Death for the studio.
Oh, I think we should.
Or like, do we ask?
Let's talk about that. Yeah, we should. We should email them. I bet you they would love to sponsor us. Good question.
Well, because Great Western doesn't. Wink.
I know.
Nudge, nudge.
It's crazy, right? They should love us. Okay, here we go. Comedy on Demand, Matthew Murray. It's called his podcast is called Comedy on Demand.
Okay.
He has 3 episodes, and they have a cumulative viewership of 100 views total on the 3 episodes.
Oh.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, Matthew.
So yeah, and he's from here in the city. I used to play. You know, it's funny. I'll tell a little bit. This is the type of stuff I was going to talk about when he was here, but he's just very skittish. He's an old man. He's very skittish about the internet, you know.
Oh.
And like, I used to play poker with him. He used to, you know, before he was a comedian, he was a magician. And when I played poker with him, you know, I used to really watch him closely. When I found that out, I was like, watch this fucking guy. He's gonna put a card up his sleeve. He was always quite good at poker. He would play deep stack though, which isn't my style. You know me, I play small stack. Table minimum. Buy me in. I'll double up. I'll play from there. I'll work my way. I lose it. I lose minimum. I rebuy. I play table minimum. So he does a different style than me. I believe playing mathematically, because I play with the math only. So if I'm going to start a game, at the beginning of the game, this is some poker philosophy for everybody out there. And this is higher level than it should be, because you know how experienced I am at poker, right? You at the start of a game, you have 10 men at this table. 10, maybe 1 woman. But like, so my point is though, is you don't know these people, you don't know anything about them. So the reality is off the beginning, you should stick to the math, and you can play other plays later. You can do bluffs later once you get reads, once you get a feel for the situation. So if you're going to start by playing the math game, you should play a small stack, because small stack is much simpler mathematically. It is so easy. You have a small stack, you get ace king, you're all in. You have a big stack, you get ace queen, ace king, maybe your ace king is offsuit. Then you're in a tough spot. You know? You got $400 in front of you, max table buy-in, and you get another guy has queens or kings, and you got your ace king offsuit, you lose your whole $400. You know? That's no fun. If it's a $100 buy-in, it's on to the next. You lose your, that ace king goes on, and then maybe you go all in again with ace king next time, and it wins like it usually does, or whatever, you know. So my recommendation is, early in a poker game, you play small stack. It's much better strategy, especially if you're playing with people that aren't your friends or people that you don't know much about. Small stack. Yeah. So. Oh, those 2 beers are starting to hit me.
I have a studio recommendation.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Okay, other than liquid
Bookshelves?
Yeah, bookshelves. Yeah. Okay, I have a couple then. Okay, bookshelves. Other than Liquid Death.
We're gonna talk about Liquid Death. Yeah.
Yeah. I want some reading socks. Is that in the budget for producer?
You want me to buy you fucking socks as my producer?
Yeah.
What's next?
I mean, I read.
Am I gonna buy your books? I've already given you all my books that I don't read.
Okay. Statistics doesn't count. Okay.
Statistics.
And geography.
Are you sure there's no alcohol in that?
Yeah. There's a lot of sugar.
Yeah, the sugar's got you slurring.
Yeah. And also, way to put me closest to the... I'm cold over here.
Oh, yeah.
Is it
Chilly
for me
door.
to stay awake?
It might
Stay
help.
going till night?
Yeah, that's on. I on purpose didn't insulate that door properly to keep you awake.
Okay, well...
I am sorry, though. Yeah, you
reading
chilly.
socks.
But yeah, you should throw some socks on. Yeah. Too bad.
Oh, my birthday isn't coming around the corner. I guess for Christmas.
All right, everybody. I want to thank you again for tuning into the podcast, okay?
Please support us so I can get reading socks.
Please support us. If we get 3 or 4 patrons, that'll make us $20 per month. The first 2 months' money will go straight to socks for Pumpkin.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. That is the newest episode of the podcast. We are going to stop there, okay, everybody? I know this one was short, but it was sweet. Don't tell me it wasn't sweet. We were on this whole time. We were rocking. So, that's Patreon 5. I love you guys all. Podcasting. Okay, stick to it. I respect you. You have a tremendous attention span. People who watch podcasts will inherit the earth. We know that. And that's it. That's Canadian Talk. Patreon 5, episode 83 out.